Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video where today's video, ladies and gentlemen, today is Christmas Day. Just posted my rugby challenge for my 1 hour video special on the channel. If you haven't seen that already, definitely go and check it out. But today's video is us installing some stuff, also talking about Christmas, basically just having a chat with you, but also we're installing some stuff. And what I mean by that is I finally got myself a Elgato Cam Link 4K. This guy here I got for Christmas. Very, very excited because the good thing is about this is the fact that finally we can upgrade to my mirrorless camera instead of my webcam. My webcam's pretty good. However, the depth of field isn't that great. It looks okay, but I'm excited to have like a really nice mirrorless camera as my webcam, which I'm very excited for. So today we're gonna be installing it. I thought also have a kind of a chit chat in a way, like post this on Christmas Day. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day in general. Hopefully some of you guys got the next gen console, or the games you wanted, or whatever you really asked for Christmas. Hopefully you did receive it. And I got the Elgato Cam Link 4K. I got a cable for Christmas. Yeah, I'm a bit weird when it comes to Christmas presents. I asked for a cable. I got a cable. I got my wonderful dummy battery as well. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. But what I thought I might do is kind of do a before and after. So, have you been drinking, Matt? God, it's Christmas? No, I actually don't drink. I've just been having a bit of elderflower and sparkling water. It's kind of my normal go-to drink. But what I will do is I'll show you the current setup in a way, and also show you like the webcam footage. So I currently have the Logitech Brio 4K. So if anyone's out there who has that webcam and maybe want to switch the setup, then obviously hopefully it's kind of a good comparison video. But I'm really excited. I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, the quality is amazing. And I thought, do a little setup video, have a chat, and kind of go from there really, because I'm sure some of you guys are curious or interested to know about my setup. But without further ado, let me show you what we've got. So like the camera, the cables, the batteries, and all that stuff. And then what we'll then do is I'll show you the current setup, do a quality test before, do a quality test afterwards, and then we'll do the initial setup as well. So here is the current setup, right? Ignore the mess. We'll be cleaning up in a moment. I was planning to do this. Obviously, my parents asked me what I want for Christmas. I was like, can I get an Elgato Cam Link 4K, a cable, a dummy battery, and all that stuff. And I thought, when it arrives, we will actually clean up the desk. So this is currently the setup. We have like nice 2K, 4K monitors. We've got a nice little microphone. We kind of have my stand of many, many consoles. We've got some ring lights, and then my webcam just there. Now, basically, it's a pretty cool setup. Now, my goal is to replace that webcam, or still use it. I might use it for like different angles or something. But basically, the goal is, as you can see, a camera just there. That guy there, the Canon 70D. I was going to use the Canon 70D, but it doesn't have a thing called clean HDMI. We'll talk about that in a moment. But this camera here, very, very good, kind of old school. I never want to sell it. I mean, it's not really worth much now, but it has a lot of, sentimental value. But basically, what I want to do is in the corner just here, I want to have a camera. Now, I've got a mirrorless camera, which is just here. This is the Sony EV-10. Yeah, the Sony EV-10. I use this kind of for vlogging, and it currently has a 10 to 18mm lens. It's very, very cool indeed. I have the stock lens, or the kit lens, which came with it, which has a lower, or a wider aperture. So therefore will kind of give you more of that blurry background, which I'm very excited about. So we probably will change lenses, but essentially this camera here is kind of my vlogging camera. But I thought, you know what? If I buy this vlogging camera, this camera will be very, very good as a webcam. Because essentially down the line, I wouldn't mind upgrading from this to like a Sony A7 IV. But those are pretty expensive. But anyway, going back to the setup. So the goal is to have a tripod here with my camera, and then basically have that. So my webcam does 4K, but as you can kind of tell, and we'll go into more depth soon, you can see the lens. It's pretty small. It's not the biggest of lenses, and realistically, you're not going to get the best quality when the lens is that small. However, the lens here, as you can see, is a big boy lens. So I'm excited for the upgrade in quality. Now, before we kind of go into the setup in terms of like, how do we set it up? How do we install it? What do we actually need for this? So to begin with, I have here an Elgato 4K. A 4K? Yeah, well, technically, I could call it the 4K Cam Link, but it's the Elgato Cam Link 4K. And essentially, all it is, it's a very simple product. It's USB free, so USB free requirements, and then essentially you plug in a HDMI cable, and you're done. So basically, you plug in a HDMI cable into this kind of like capture card, plug it into your computer will recognize it as a device, and therefore you can start using your camera as a webcam. Now, in terms of like requirements, it says down here, so, you know, we're on Windows 10. I think this works on Mac as well. Yes, it does. But the main requirements in terms of like quality, so it says here that you can do 4K up to 30 FPS, 1080p up to 60 FPS, you know, 720p, 60 FPS, etc, etc, etc. That's kind of how it looks. So, for example, you're plugging it into your computer, HDMI cable into your, so in this case, a GoPro, but into our case, my mirrorless camera, and then we can start using it. So it's essentially a nice little plug and play kit. Elgato also have kind of their, I think they have a new version. So this is kind of like on the fly, plug into USB 3. They do have kind of an inbuilt one. So that kind of like actually goes into your computer there. I actually have an Elgato capture card in there, but essentially you could have this but with 4. So rather than only supporting 1 HDMI, it would support 4, but they made one simply just for, like, you know, setting up cameras and all that stuff. So if you do need to capture more cameras, then obviously maybe the internal one is better. But anyway, this here's going to do the job for me. Only really going to have one camera, but like I said, I might continue to use my webcam. I don't know, but we'll see. So basically you need this, and we'll open it up in a moment. Now, what is next? Now, what you need is obviously a HDMI cable. Now, we have a standard HDMI cable here, which is pretty cool. Like it does the job, as you can see. In my iPhone will focus. iPhone, are you going to focus? I don't know why I'm asking for it to focus. I mean, I'm clicking on it to focus, but clearly it doesn't want to focus. Anyway, we'll ignore it for now. Anyways, this is the HDMI cable. Now, as you can see, this end is pretty big. This end here is pretty small. Now, what that is a HDMI cable into a mini I think this is mini or micro. I think it's a mini. But I'll put a note on the screen what it was. But essentially, HDMI will go into our Cam Link, as you can see there. HDMI port there. So this will simply just plug into play, and then we need a cable. We need a cable which will plug into that, but also into our camera. So for us, because what we want to try and do is simply plug this into my camera. In my camera here, I do have a few options. So if I turn it to the side, there's a little like door here. And in this door, it kind of has like USB-C, mini HDMI. And so essentially what I'm going to be doing is plugging the big boy. So plugging the big boy into the Cam Link. Then we'll plug in the small boy into the camera. So therefore, that's how the connectivity is working. Now, the other bit we have, and this is kind of not quite controversial, like some people do this, some people don't. Unfortunately, I don't think Sony or main camera brands, I don't think some of them supply dummy batteries. Now, what a dummy battery is essentially a battery like this, which is, you know, it's kind of, it's real, but it doesn't act like a battery. It mainly acts as just like a power cord. So simply, this is my real genuine battery from the guys over at Sony. Now, these batteries are pretty expensive. You know, if you were to record on straight, it might last maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. Now, the issue is when you're recording video, what you don't want to happen is your webcam to kind of like die halfway, you know, throughout, right? You don't want your webcam to go, oh, it's dead. So what do? You have a dummy battery, which essentially, this is a mock of this battery here, and this cable plugs into here. We then have this cable, and then we have a little bit of like a power unit just here. And essentially what it means is this camera can run all day, all night without me even needing to have an actual battery. And it's called a dummy battery because it's essentially a battery, but all it's doing is essentially sending power. So it's like turning on your monitor, right? Your monitor is plugged in to the AC. So in terms of like your power unit, your power source, your extension cable, wherever it might be, right? Now, your monitor needs power. Now, if you remove the cable, the monitor's going to die. The monitors don't have battery. Now, if the monitor does have battery, it might only survive for, I don't know, a couple of hours. So what we are trying to achieve here is basically the same with the camera, but rather than me having to keep changing batteries over and over again, I'm simply having a nice power source where the camera is basically always on, which is awesome. And that's basically it. So that's kind of like the setup and what we need to do. What I do need to do is I need to clean up this. This is all kind of messy in a way. So I'll set you guys down, do a little bit of a time lapse, clean this up, maybe hoover underneath as well, make sure things are good, and then we'll start setting this up. But actually, before we do, why don't I quickly show you what? Let me quickly show you what this is. And it's very small. I think it's like £90 on Amazon. So it's a pretty good price for what it is. I mean, yes, the cost of that webcam, I think, was like 160, 170 pounds. It's pretty expensive. However, we're going from that to a camera with a lens worth 1,100, 1,200 pounds. Then you got to pay £70 for this. Now, I understand it's quite an expensive setup, right? It's almost like it's way over £1,000 more. But in reality, it's that setup, it's that quality I'm after. And yeah, I don't make huge amounts of money on YouTube, but what I do like to do is any money I make from YouTube, I love to reinvest into the channel. So whenever you guys watch one of my videos, if you're a member, if you watch an advert, whatever it might be, and you're supporting my channel in any way, I'm always reinvesting back into the channel so I can make better quality videos for you guys. So hopefully the webcam will look better. You'll be like, whoa, thanks, man. That is awesome. So yeah, so let me just open this up, show you what it looks like. And yeah, so it's a very cool device indeed. So when you open it up, it's basically out the box. Nothing really much inside apart from this guy. You open this. Ta-da! So it has all like the information here in terms of like requirements, kind of like the specs, how it's set up. As you can see there, it's very, very cool indeed. So essentially this is it. It's a very small device. It's the Cam Link 4K. So it's USB free. And then you have your HDMI cable into that. And then you also then get an extension if you want. So this is if you want to make it a little bit longer for yourself. But I won't be needing this. All I'll be needing is simply plugging this into the back of my computer, plug in the HDMI cable into here, then we'll plug the mini HDMI cable or the micro HDMI cable into my camera, set the camera up, put the dummy battery in the camera, turn it on, and the other thing we do need to do, which I've kind of forgot to mention, and a lot of new mirrorless cameras do it, so this video has been recorded in 2021, so, you know, videos from the future, basically a lot of cameras from now tend to have a thing called clean HDMI. What that means is that camera there, the Canon 70D, doesn't support clean HDMI. And what I mean by that is when you plug in a HDMI, all it's really doing is you're kind of copying, or you're duplicating, or mirroring is probably the best word, of mirroring the screen, the display on that camera onto your computer. And that's how we're recording it. So the camera isn't really recording us. We're recording what the camera is seeing, compared to when you plug in a memory card, you know, that's actually recording from the camera. Whereas for us, what we're doing is obviously the display. So what the camera is seeing, we're not telling the camera to record, we're recording what the camera is seeing. Now, what's happening is with the Canon 70D, it doesn't have clean HDMI. So what this means is when you're in the background, you know, like when you open up a camera and it has all like the menu, it has like the menu, you can change the settings, your resolution and stuff. All that information, that menu display, that's always visible on that camera. Now, when you have clean HDMI, what does it do? Clean HDMI allows you to record that, basically that menu system, but you can either have it on or off. So clean HDMI on basically removes or strips, you could say, or basically hides all the menu buttons. So when you're recording, you see everything apart from like menu, you know, where it says like, you know, the resolution, you know, focusing and all that stuff, because you don't really want your webcam to have like a bunch of stuff either side. I'll kind of bring up an image if I can to kind of show you what I mean. But hopefully that kind of makes sense. You do want kind of a camera which does have clean HDMI. But anyway, without further ado, I need a quick drink. I'm probably have some more sparkling water and elderflower. It's kind of my go-to drink. And we'll clean this up, make it look somewhat fancy, maybe briefly hoover under there. And yeah, then I'll kind of show you guys how I set it up. And like I said, I will do a comparison video. So if you do guys have the Canon, if you do guys have the, what is it? What are we doing? There's so many words I'm saying today. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you have the Logitech Brio 4K and you're considering maybe upgrading to a mirrorless camera, this video might be for you in terms of comparing the differences. I'm hoping the quality goes from like here, like it's pretty high, but I'm hoping it's like off the chart. I'm hoping anyway. But anyway, without further ado, let me clean this up. We'll go and get it set up, and then yeah, we'll do a comparison, and then yeah, we'll kind of probably end the video hopefully on the new camera. So I'm filming right now on the iPhone, so it might be quite a good comparison as well to compare the iPhone 13 Pro Max with the new with the Sony ZV-E10, and yeah, I think I'm really excited. It's one of like, I'm hoping I'm not disappointed, but yeah. Anyway, I've been rambling on. Let's clean this up, and yeah, let's get moving. Cool. So we've got the camera kind of set up. I'll show you guys that in a moment. But this is kind of like nice and clean and tidy, which is awesome. And I thought I'd kind of like show you guys kind of the setup, what we're dealing with here. So like I said, we have our dummy battery here. And what I mentioned earlier on about stuff kind of being like controversial in a way is that typically it's kind of known that when you buy a camera, it's best to buy the genuine battery, right? However, the genuine batteries, what can they be, Matt? Have you had too many drinks, Matt? It's still Christmas Day, like literally just had our main meal. But, but no, I've just been drinking some more sparkling water and elderflower. But basically what I mean is knockoff brands and third-party batteries are typically cheaper, much cheaper. Normally you can buy, for the price of one normal battery, you can probably buy like 2 or 3 kind of knockoff batteries. And yeah, they might not hold as much, power, but you get 3 of them, right? It's nice. It's very quick to change a battery rather than charging them. So it is pretty interesting. And the reason why I say it's kind of controversial is when it comes to a dummy battery, it's either very hard to try and get a dummy battery by Sony, and I don't even think many companies even offer them. So I do hope at some point, like Sony, Canon, Panasonic, all the main brands do start offering dummy batteries. I mean, if they are doing it, then awesome, let me know. But from my experience looking online, it's been quite hard to find them. So typically a lot of people just buy a dummy battery. So it's like a third-party battery. It kind of does the trick. The reviews for this was very good. I think this was like £30, I think, for like this. You get the power adapter and everything. So, the Cam Link, £90. HDMI cable, I mean, they all vary, but let's say £10. So you're looking at £100 for the Cam Link and the HDMI cable, and then the power, £30. So £130 is less than the webcam, but obviously you do need to obviously buy the camera. And I mean, if you have a camera for vlogging and it has clean HDMI, then it's kind of like, well, unless you're vlogging every day, and for me, for example, I vlog now and then, so, having this as my webcam makes a lot of sense because, when I'm vlogging, I'm not at home filming. So it kind of makes sense. But anyway, I've been rambling on. So here is the dummy battery. So let me just go and grab... This was a bad idea. I put this camera behind you guys, but this is the setup, kind of what we're going with. I've swapped out to my 16-50mm lenses, the kit lens. So if you do buy the Sony ZV-E10, Sony ZV-E10. If you do buy this camera with a kit lens, you get this one here. Apparently it's okay, like it's not a lens which you can actually like rotate left or right to zoom in and zoom out, but it does have, they have called a power zoom where you press it and it zooms in. But no, it's 16-50mm, and this lens here, which is like the same price as the camera almost, is a 10-18mm. Now the aperture on that is the minimum, or the maximum is 4. The maximum on here is 3.5. So I'm hoping that 3.5 gives a bit more of a blurry background, a little bit help us with outward lighting, and it's typically a decent lens. I mean, I'm going to be using the wide angle for vlogging, so having to keep changing is not the end of the world. So it looks pretty small, nice and compact. So what we're going to do is underneath the battery here, we're going to open it up. And the good thing is with the Sony, and I think with a lot of cameras these days, is they do actually supply like a little tab. So there's a little tab just here which allows for such cable to go in. So I think Sony might do a dummy battery, but they might be ridiculously expensive, hence why I've never even seen them available. Like I tried searching for them, couldn't find one, or they're always out of stock. But essentially, just as you do, put it in, it clicks in normally, and then you want to fold, right? So you want to fold like the hood. You want to fold the door. Now, some cameras doesn't have this flappy thing, so you just have to leave it like this, which is okay. But if you want to minimize dust, if you just literally lift this up, push this thing down just here, and then do that. Oh, and then I've got to shut the door. There we go. Right. So you're in. Power from here. And obviously, we've got this here. So what we've got now to do is we need to take you out. And this is quite long, so do this. I think this is for cable management, maybe. Maybe. Let's just rewrap yourself. Background. Will that do? Yeah. That will do. Bob's your uncle. Right. So here's our kind of power adapter. We then have our plug. So this is quite long, which is perfect. And a lot of people do this for filming. I mean, this camera here, I mean, you could probably film 4K, I think, for like 2 hours maybe, or just under 2 hours. But I've never actually tried, but I know looking at the reviews online and the specifications, typically this battery would last a long time. So I could just use the battery. However, I've had experiences in the past where I'm like, I'm ready to record. Oh, Matt, remember, you didn't charge the battery. And then you're like, oh, I wanted to film this, now I can't film, and I've got to wait for it to charge. Whereas this, it's just on and on and off all the time, which is perfect. So, you know, nothing worse than like having your camera going, oh, tomorrow I'm going to film something. Right, so let's have a film on my GoPro or something. And then I'm like, oh, wait, Matt, you forgot to A, clear your memory card, or B, forget the charger. And the good thing as well is because we're recording to the PC, doesn't matter if we have a memory card or not inside this, which is awesome. Anyway, let's plug you in. Is this going to work? I think so. Yep. Cool. Right, so we'll plug this in to our good old extension lead down below, and then we will get you, and then we'll plug you in directly. Oh, look at this. Oh, I don't know why I'm excited. But no, this is basically it. So what we'll do is put the camera behind you guys, and then we've got the Elgato HD Cam Link just here. So what we'll do is we have our HDMI cable. I think it's HDMI to mini HDMI. I don't think it's micro. But like I said, I will double check. So this is I think it looks like a 2 meter cable. Yeah, I think it's 2 meters. So what we do is we will plug the HDMI into this. Super easy, like that. And this will then plug into the computer. And then we then have our micro, which is this little small guy. And like I said, there's a door on this side here. So you just simply open the door. And then you've got USB-C, HDMI, and like your headphone jack just there. So what we'll do is we'll simply get our mini HDMI cable. And simply plug... Oh, got it the wrong way around. Of course. Plug you in. Ta-da! Beautiful, right. So this is how it looks. So camera connected with HDMI. We're then going to plug this into our computer. And then we're going to plug this in to the power down below. And then we should be good. And then obviously we'll change the settings. So I'll show you, because I think clean HDMI is currently on or off. We'll check. And I'll show you guys what it looks like before and after. And then we'll do a nice little comparison test with the Brio or the Logitech Brio 4K webcam versus the Sony ZV-E10 with the kit lens. So anyway, without further ado, guys, let me go in and plug all this in, and then I'll show you guys the setup. Okay, so the camera is set up. As you can see, we've got the HDMI cable going into the Elgato down below. We then have our power cord in, so everything is plugged in. Now let's just see if it turns on. So let's try a new one. Oh, okay. Right, let's just unclip you. Oh, okay, we got the lens. Okay, that turned on, so the power is good. Okay, now let me go to OBS and let's just see if it works. Whew, the reason why I'm a little bit out of breath as well is the fact that, and listen, right, this is what you should do, and I was just like, I'm a bit too impatient. My chair couldn't, there's stuff behind the chair, right, so I couldn't push the chair all the way back, and the thing is, I'm trying to squeeze in this really tight gap, and it wasn't happening. Like, the chair was spinning, it was, yeah, I don't know. Cool story, bro. Anyway, let me go and check OBS, because that's kind of what I use to record the webcam. So this webcam is on, which is cool. What I want to do is I want to try... What are we trying? Is it on the drop down? Yes, it is. Cam Link 4K. Oh. Oh. What? Oh, wait. We could do custom. Video format, resolution. Okay, it's picking up audio, but I'm not seeing it. Let me show you. So here's OBS, and we have it set up. So Elgato 4K Cam Link, go to properties. We have it here, Cam Link 4K. You know, I'm choosing, you can choose the default, you know, click OK. Nothing's appearing. Audio is appearing. Guys, after faffing about, all I had to do was turn the camera off and then turn it back on again, and it worked. But no, all I had to do was turn it on and off, and the reason why I'm excited is because, as you guys can tell, look, it's there, it's on. Oh my goodness, the quality looks incredible. So we have it set up here, and as you can see, look at that. Look, it's so quick as well, and it looks amazing. Now, the only thing is this here is a little bit low. So I kind of need this to be up here a little bit, and then that would almost be perfect. Like you know, streaming, hello. Because I think if I put this back like round here somewhere, actually I don't think so. Look at that. So having that there to here. Whoa, what's going on, guys? Sorry, I'm looking at this camera. Whoa, what's going on, guys? Wow. Actually, I think we might be pretty good. But anyway, look, we've done this. So this here is the new camera. If I change it to my face cam, and let me just up the face cam to 4K as well. Where we going? Just configure you to the big old 4K as well. So this is what the webcam looks like. So that's the webcam there. The Logitech Brio 4K looks pretty good. Like I'm really happy with that. But whoa! Now this, however, is much darker. So I do need to kind of like probably up the ISO and all that stuff. But it looks clean. It looks amazing. So I'm thinking what I need to do is this old ring light here. I might need to add some lights down here. I mean, that looks not bad. I mean, I probably need it brighter. I mean, if I turn on this ring light, will that make a difference? Let me turn this on quickly and just see what it's like. So by increasing that ring light, turning that one off and keeping that one on, this is kind of the setup we're looking at. It looks really nice. I mean, obviously, I could increase the brightness if I want to, but I personally feel like it has a nice little like field depth of view. It looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do right now is quickly do a test. And let me kind of show you a before and after. I mean, the face cam looks brighter. Like the lighting, because I think because it's in the middle, it's brighter. This here on the side is a little bit darker. Now, I'm torn. Do I get my other tripod, so the tripod just there, and do I get the tripod up here? Like, is it better to have, say, the camera there and be like, hello, like, talk here, or is it better to talk here? That's what I'm going to find out, and I might actually put it here. It might be better to put it here, but let me know what you guys think down below. But anyway, let's change to the webcam. Let's talk on the microphone, have a quick chat, and then we'll swap over to my new Sony camera, and hopefully you guys can see the difference in quality. Well, hello there. So we're now on the webcam. This here is the Logitech Brio 4K with my webcam, with my microphone. Say that again. And Siri is on. Siri, no, stop it. But this is the webcam. It looks pretty good. I've got it in the center here. We've got light from two sides. It looks very good. We're filming in 4K, 30 FPS. It looks pretty good. However, let's go and swap to my Sony webcam in 3, 2, 1. Woo! So straight away, you can see that it's darker because it's on the left-hand side. So we've got a light source there, but that's pretty much it. Whereas the webcam in the middle is getting light from two sides. Now, the webcam, as you can tell straight away, the quality looks incredible. It looks amazing. I'm buzzing looking at this. So obviously, I'm so used to looking at here, and I'm looking here. But let me talk into the camera. Hello. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I think this video has been quite a long video. It's been a long day, a long video, and just in general, it's just been a busy day because it's Christmas. But no, I'm liking it. This is the kit lens, so it's at 16 to 55mm. What is cool is I can press this button down here, and it zooms in. Look at that! Wow! And then let me just zoom out. Woo! That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool for a kit lens. I don't think the kit lens are only like £100 and something, which is a lot of money, but it came with the camera. It's the whole point. It's a kit lens. Now, straight away, I'm loving it. It looks amazing. The quality looks fantastic. Now, The one thing is I do think this is a little bit low. I wish it might be a little bit higher. Like if I were to, you know, grab you like this looks like a pretty good position maybe. Now what I'm thinking is, and I think I might have the room, actually, what we'll do, rather than me holding the tripod, is let me release you from here. Oh, are you... Oh, are you... There we go. Oh, there we go. And you are plugged in. But oh my goodness, I'm thinking maybe putting you guys here. So, is that going to sit there? Oh. Okay. So this is sitting on the webcam. This is actually sitting on my monitor. Now I won't leave it on here because I feel like it's going to fall. This will obviously have to be tilted. But it does look pretty good. Now let me grab the camera again because I feel much safer. But this would be in the middle. How do you guys think? Like, the webcam will be here. We'll be talking like this. Do you think this is better? Like, looking here, is this a better move to have? Like, the lighting looks better. It looks brighter. Everything looks amazing. Or do I put you guys back down over here? Like, do you like, you see what I'm trying to do? Like, oh, not that. I mean, that's the wrong way. But, like, let me put you back in here. Like, do you think it's better to have the camera to the side, like having a side webcam, or do you think it's better to have it in the middle? Because if we swap back quickly back to my face cam, the face cam looks wider, like it's a wider lens. I could potentially have this further back up, and I think it might look okay, maybe better, because we swap back to the Sony webcam, it looks great. But like I said, I am torn. I am, you know, somewhat tempted in a way. Oh, are you locked on? I think you're... Oh, Jesus. How do you get out of this thing? You can tell I use this tripod often. I'm trying to work out... Oh, Jesus Christ. The aloe vera, hand sanitizer. It's flying everywhere. Didn't I just pull this forward? I did. And it's for some reason, it's locked itself back in. There is something you do, but I think I'm not gonna mess around because we'll take too long. Oh dear, this is what happens when you're kind of doing stuff live. But no, to be honest, it looks good here, but naturally I think sometimes it does it better. I mean, if I'm recording a game, right, I'm talking blah blah blah, I'm looking here, but you see me to the left, or is it better to be at the back? I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. But what I might do is, because I'm tempted, is to get my tripod. It's a bigger tripod, and essentially, I mean, I want to remove this kind of middle ring light anyway. The middle ring light, you know, I don't use anymore. So I might turn that ring light, well, remove it completely. Put the tripod, and if I can, I mean, the only issue is the tripod needs to be quite thin. I don't really have too much space at the back. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, from here, it looks great. Yes, this is kind of in the way, which is obviously a downfall. So maybe it is better to have it here. But let me just try one more time. Can I actually release you, please? There we go. We managed to do it. So this is potentially what it might look like. So, oh, Jesus Christ, things are... Oh, my wires are stuck. That's not good. So, I think that will be okay if it sits just there. But basically, I'm thinking of having the webcam like this. That would probably be the position. I mean, maybe a little bit further back. But does that look good? I don't know, guys. I'm really torn. Do we have it here? Or do we have it just here? Let me know what you guys think down below, what you guys think is better. I think I will trial it out. And, oh, Jesus. Why are you not going back in now? You didn't want to come out. And now, oh, gee, oh, my. It's like it's stuck on me. Oh, gee. Oh, no. Oh. Gee, okay, we're going to leave it there. I think we're going to end it here. You're just seeing this. This video is great, I know. But anyway, we're going to end it there, guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. Even if you don't do recording or videos or whatnot, and you just came here to watch me prat about and, yeah, make a fool of myself, then hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. But yeah, hope you had a hope you had a good Christmas and all that stuff. I'm gonna make myself a coffee now, just chill, and then I might try and set this tripod up, and then maybe do like a video tomorrow of like some new gameplay with the camera, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you had a wonderful day. Hopefully you had a wonderful Christmas, happy holidays, and all that stuff. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and as always, in my next video, adios, chaps. Boom.